In this video I'm going to try to levitate on magnets. The magnets I used are called monolith and I got them from supermagnete.com. But I will not only use one of these magnets, I'm going to use 8 of them. So I get a total adhesive force of 1.6 tons. And I still need a lot of additional material to be able to levitate on magnets. I'm going to use a lot of different wooden beams. Then I use a 4mm steel cable which can withstand a weight of 186 kg. Besides that I need a strong perforated metal, right angle brackets, a lot of such brackets, wire rope clips, wire tensioners and tons of screws. I used more than 200 pieces. But before I can start I need a plan. My first draft looked like kind of a hashtag. 4 magnets on the bottom construction and 4 on the top. But this construction was oversized. Draft 2 was a simplified form, only half of the wood and similarly stable. However, there is still a better version. This is the final design. The lateral guidance holds the top construction in position. And there we go. One beam is 2 meters long, which gives us an overall diameter of the construction of 4 meters. With the brackets I'm screwing up the wooden beams. Because I use large screws, I'm drilling holes before screwing them in, so that the wood does not burst. Each bracket is screwed with 20 screws. 4 brackets at the cross makes 80 screws in total. At each ending of the beam I'm attaching an additional standing bracket. Hereby I can attach the steel cable later. In the large upper hole I can mount the tensioners, which are perfect to move the upper floating construction a few centimeters back and forth so that everything floats centrally. Day 1 is completed. I'm continuing with the circular saw, this means safety first. Always wear hearing protection and safety glasses. I'm cutting the wooden board into 3 equal parts. This will be the board of the levitation device, where I'm going to stand on. I'm screwing the wooden boards together on the bottom of it. But I unscrewed the construction to compensate a small offset, so that the upper construction is congruent with the lower construction. I placed one above the other and it matches perfectly. I'm screwing the brackets at the upper structure as a counterpart for the steel rope. With the wire rope clips I'm attaching the steel wire to the brackets, and on the other side to the corners of the upper structure. I used 3 at each side for each steel rope, because I don't know exactly what force they are able to withstand. Because I have extended the tensioners to the maximum length, I don't need to tighten the rope perfectly. And now the most important step, the magnets. I'm leaving the plastic foil above the magnets so that I don't damage them. But more important is the polarity of the magnets. I'm using a labeled small magnet to put every big magnet in the same orientation. For the attachment I'm using perforated metal, but I underestimated how difficult it is to screw something next to such strong magnets. That's because the screws are magnetic, the electric screwdriver is magnetic, everything except the wooden beams is magnetic. That makes it very protracted. I have to be very careful that the initially unscrewed magnets are not smashing against the other ones. Important step. I'm reinforcing the board with 2 transversely wooden beams. To place the opposite magnets exactly on their position, I need to turn over the upper construction. But again, I have underestimated the force of attraction. Pay attention to the screws. And believe me, that takes a long time to clear up. After that, I can mark the position of the upper magnets on the lower beams. The better the position, the greater the magnetic repulsion. And then every magnet is screwed to the beams with a lot of screws. After everything is screwed, the upper structure is placed above the bottom construction and hooked to the brackets. And then you can already see it. The construction is levitating. It is very important to check everything again. And finally I try to move the upper construction in every direction, checking whether it's movable. However, the wire ropes must be tightened with the tensioners. And now, what do you think? Will I levitate too? Perfect. It works exactly as I had imagined. By seesawing I show you that the structure rests nowhere. From below you can see that there are a few centimeters of space between the magnets. How did you like this video? Would you like to see more videos with these magnets? Write me a comment, and in the next days I will upload more videos.